I just purchased one of Scale Train's new in-scale Thrall 48-foot coil steel cars, and I'm going to unbox it and show you how it performs right now on Ron's Rail Reviews. Hi, and welcome to Ron's Rail Reviews. Since the 1960s, railroads have used specialized cars with hoods to carry coiled steel and to protect it from the weather to service a variety of industries, from the automotive industry to the production of rail cars, from pipe manufacturing to companies that produce household appliances. Well, the Thrall Corporation is one of the companies that has produced those cars in the 1980s and 1990s with both twin hood and single hood designs. Well, Scale Trains has recently released a new Thrall 48-foot twin hood coil steel car in N-scale, and I purchased one for my layout, and I want to show it to you today. So, with all of that said, let's go ahead and head over to the workbench. We'll get these out of the box and see how they perform. This model is BNSF number 534103. The prototype was built in 1993, a former ATSF unit that was absorbed as part of the BNSF merger. The model is packaged in the ubiquitous clear plastic jewel case with custom plastic packaging and a soft plastic protective wrap, as well as a cardboard sleeve. On this particular model, one hood has been repainted for BNSF in the H3 swoosh scheme, and the other is in old BN paint, both weather faded. The model has great detail, as we've come to expect from Scale Trains. It features a dual trough design and wood trough floors. It has see-through etched metal walkways, which is where I found the one and only problem that I saw with this model. The walkway on one side was loose from the supports and in a slight bind, so it bowed upward off of the supports. I fixed this issue easily, and I'll show you exactly how in just a moment. Continuing with the features of the model, it has highly detailed underbody brake details and body-mounted couplers. It sports fine wire grab irons and conspicuity striping on both the sides and the ends. It also has coupler cut levers and train line hoses with silver glad hands. The hoods have wire grabs as well, and great detail all across the model. The model comes with 4 unwrapped coil steel loads and 4 modular applied load dividers. I checked the model for standards compliance. The car has 100-ton trucks with 36-inch metal wheels. All of the wheels were in gauge, and the coupler height was perfect. The wheels were nicely free rolling. The car operates on a minimum radius of 9 3/4 inches with 11-inch curves recommended. I weighed the car with the load installed. The recommended practice for a 4-inch in-scale car like this is 1.1 ounces. This car weighed it at 1.4 ounces, so the weight is good. If you enjoy reviews like this and would like to catch future reviews and other hobby news, be sure to subscribe below this video and click the little bell icon and select all to get notified when I publish future reviews. Back to that issue with the walkways. To fix this issue, I first modified some tiny decorative clothespins to make some very small clamps. I then used a small applicator to apply an extremely tiny drop of CA glue to every other walkway support on that side, then clamped the walkway to the supports. After about 15 minutes, I removed the clamps, and the walkway was as good as new, as if it had never had a problem at all. While I was at the workbench, I decided to go ahead and install the load dividers as well. There are mounting holes in the model for this purpose, so it was a simple matter of applying a tiny drop of CA to each mounting pin on each load divider and carefully applying them into the mounting holes. These really help keep the coil loads in place. Finally, it was time to test the model on the layout. Coupler tests are top priority to me, as I want my couplers to perform optimally with one another. I was concerned about how the scale train's couplers would perform. First, I coupled a locomotive with Accumate couplers to the car, and to my pleasant surprise, it coupled perfectly. I then shoved the car to a couple of tank cars with Microtrains couplers, and it coupled perfectly there as well. I was quite pleased. A shove test pushing cars through a turnout is also an important test. The Coil car held the rails perfectly through my Pico medium radius turnouts in the shove test every time. Now here are some close-up shots of the rail car to show you some of the detail. I have to give this Scale Trains Coil steel car high marks all around. It looks great and it performs great mechanically. It did have that one issue with the walkway, but it was a simple fix and now looks as good as new. As of the recording of this video, these cars are available at scaletrains.com in a variety of road names and numbers with various details to match the prototypes. If you enjoyed this review, click the links on your screen for reviews of other fine model railroad products, and check back often for new product reviews here on Ron's Rail Reviews. 10, Lizzie?